let's go.
So, what's the story? Just got off the horn with the commander. She says she got something for me to take a look at.
Prosthetic eye, one of Burke's. We need it to get past a retinal scan, but it's useless like this.
Aye. Without an active neural connection, it might as well be an expensive paperweight. May as well put a gobstopper in front of the scanner for all the good that thing will do you.
Solutions, Quinn. Think you can handle this?
Lad, I may be just a mechanic, but I'm also the only thing keeping this whole bleeding facility from sinking into the abyss. Think I can manage a simple optic frequency bypass. Just let me get me tools. Right. So that's it now. You got the eye. Sorry it took a little longer than I expected. Nearly break the damn thing once or twice. New TUAM firmware and such. Now don't go fucking around with it. It's only got a limited lifespan due to the 10 power source I rigged. It's only good for one use. Got it?
Alright. Only good for one use. I think he is actually a hacker. He must be the Irishman that some people were talking out in the boat.
Why only one use?
Without being hooked up to a proper battery, like your brain. The voltage spike from a single scan will trip the surge protectors, shutting it down to prevent further transmissions. It's a redundant safety mechanism built into the optic nerve to prevent frying your noggin in a dorsal ventral feedback loop. Short of putting the thing in your own head, which I ain't exactly equipped to do, there's no way around it. Besides, I think the commander preferred it this way.
Alright.
Is it supposed to be moving?
Aye. Bloody creepy that is. Try not to pay it any mind now. Thing's stuck in calibration mode. Trick is, I got it thinking it's plugged into a new host. And by rewriting the system diagnostic checks, it'll keep trying to connect without detecting anything to miss, which in turn keeps it alive in a manner of speaking. Fucking brilliant piece of engineering work if I don't say so myself.
Okay.
This is pretty impressive work for a mechanic, Quinn.
What's that supposed to mean? There's more to old Quinn than meets the eye. No pun intended. You wouldn't be the first fool to underestimate my know-how.
Well, there's more to this job than just a simple battery swap. I saw you modifying the BIOS. This is state-of-the-art hardware and software. You're not just a mechanic.
Yeah.
You're a hacker.
What are you going on about now? Ain't nothing you couldn't pull off with a degree in computer engineering and a little elbow grease. Come off it now. We ain't got time for this.
Yeah, he's the Irishman, obviously.
Well, hopefully this thing works.
It'll work just dandy so long as you don't do something stupid like drop it. And it ain't a bloody webcam. So don't try using it to spy the knickers of someone's skirt.
Okay.
No money back guarantee or warranty. You break it, you buy it.
Let's buy something, maybe. No, shit. Need a laser. Okay, I think it's time to explore this place fully.
No refunds.
Yeah. Before we do the mission. Because it seems to me we're nearing the end of the game or the DLC. So I need to be equipped with the best I can have. Yeah. They're sending me back there, yes. So I will explore loading bay 2 and try to get to loading bay 3. I still cannot fucking jump. It's really annoying shit. I can move this. No. Maybe there is something back here. Yeah, not getting that jump augmentation really cost me. It has cost me dearly. I should consider saving for it, but I don't even know how much will I actually get. How far away am I for another level up? I'm pretty far away. Holy shit. The original Deus Ex was strange, to say the least. I need to get to the loading bay 3. It's the whole purpose of our little trip, to see if we can get to the loading bay 3 now. I played the original Deus Ex in the PlayStation 2, I think. I think it was in the PlayStation 2. It was not a bad game. A lot of people idealize it, in my opinion. It's fun, but it's not really the best game out there. Yeah, but this one really does the trick in many regards. Okay, that was a loss of time. Let's go and proceed with the main story. JC Denton, I think. Yeah, JC is the hero. I do remember that I liked very much the ending, because you can, in the very last portion of the game, you could choose whomever you wanted to back. So you could check all the endings without having to replay anything. That was very nice.
Activating security scan.
Another interesting thing was the EPA. How the EPA became the most powerful
Biometric data
agency. That was also very interesting.
Subject recognized. Access granted.
Okay. So now we go back up. I don't know where the other piece of that rocket launcher could be. But I have explored almost everything. So... Ah! Ah! The Invisible War. Well, that's very different. The Invisible War was a bad game. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, the first one was a good game. With a little... Yeah, very little problems in the mechanics area. But the Invisible War was a big mistake. Yeah, that's why that there is that gap. Because the Invisible War was awful. It bombed.
Activating security scan.
And someone in this is a Square Enix or Eidos, I don't know, had the balls to bring back this series, which does have a lot of good things.
Subject recognized. Access granted.
The story is interesting, always. And the game was good. Yeah, the only real thing I have to say about the Deus Ex is that there are no real consequences for anything you do or do not do.
Access granted.
In that way, this game is very similar to the first Deus Ex. You can do whatever you wish for the complete playthrough, and you can still, at the very end, the last scene of the game, choose...
Jensen, it's Keitner. Where are you?
In a well-concealed elevator inside the prison's restricted wing. Your gun-running neural engineer deserves a raise.
I take it the eye worked then. Good. Now listen, if what you say is true, if Burke really is using the prisoners here as lab rats, I need proof. Hard evidence that I can take to Interpol.
An entire prison full of kidnapped civilians isn't enough?
You're an ex-cop, Jensen, you tell me. How many death row inmates crying on about their innocence have you seen getting out?
Point taken. I'll see what I can find.
You can still choose whatever you want at the very end. That is, your previous choices more or less do not matter. And that's the real... Yeah, I for example, I know in Dragon Age and Mass Effect you can do something similar. But they are not the only choices that matter. Deus Ex, that's the case. Only the last choice matters. There is no intermediate choices.
So sorry. Don't hurt me anymore. Please. Please don't leave me like this.
Yeah,
No hope.
that's how those women looked back in the machine at the end of the game. Ah, you haven't played Witcher or Dragon Age. Well, let's say in Mass Effect you can be a dick to a console the whole game and still save them at the end. Let's say. But you still made a lot of choices. You decided to kill or not kill Rex. You decided to save people in some place or another. There are choices all over the game, not just at the very end. Okay, synthetic thought, the human AI. Can a machine think like a man? Since the late 90s, scientific community attempts to construct what one might call the biocomputer system have evolved from pure science fiction to a very real research endeavor. Consider a biomatter device with the capacity to repair itself, to reprogram itself, perhaps even at some advanced levels of complexity to modify its own structure to better perform its assigned tasking. The ongoing maturation of nanobiotechnology has opened the gateway to the construction of nanoscale systems utilizing biologically derived components. Interfaces with the processing capacity of traditionally derived computer architecture. Pioneering design already exists, using pattern variations built into the brain structure of phylum Rodentia. What the fuck are we reading? And canites. Rodents. Why the fuck did it say rodents? Logar of phylum Rodentia. And the potential for human-scale iteration of this technology is not only possible, but if successful, may represent a radical evolution in thinking systems. HON is Heroes of New Earth, or whatever it's called. I don't really play MMOs. I don't even know what Dota is. I do know it's very popular, but okay, let's hack this. I don't know what's about Dota. What's the purpose of the game?
I can't take anymore. I want to die. Be free.
Holy shit. We're not going to make this work.
I'm sorry. So sorry. Don't.
So what's
hurt me
Dota about, if you
anymore.
don't mind me asking?
So cold.
Access granted.
Alright. Serious concerns. Alright, I understand your concerns, Stephanie, more than you know. The loss of life is tragic, but in the long run necessary. We have to keep our eyes on the future, and I'm not talking about 15-20 years. This project is of the utmost importance for the immediate future. Monitoring Omega requires an extreme amount of computational power, and Heaven is almost set to open to the public, and then there are the geothermal stations. Only OCM even approaches the sheer data crushing capacity needed to run those operations. I know it might seem callous to consider these things ahead of human lives, but these projects will save so many human lives. There are other avenues I'm looking into. Certainly we don't see clear-cut improvements coming out of Rifleman Bank. We terminate the project and pursue another course. I have spoken with Gary about this. I think he agrees, but we have to pull together if we're going to get anywhere. For now, you're right, absolutely. The numbers we're seeing, the losses are unacceptable. I shudder to think what it would be without someone like you on the team, someone who sees the human side of the equation. I know I haven't completely assuaged your concerns. There's no way I could do that without asking you to go against your character and completely ignore your empathy towards these people. What I am asking is you to do is to stick with us and use that empathy. You're our conscience, Tiffany. We need you. Gary needs you. Please hang in with us. And how many times have I asked you to call me Bob?
Don't
Alright.
anymore.
Well, that sounds very stressful, it does. Almost like a fantasy... EVE Online, more or less. I don't know if it will be as complex. Okay, Mr. Page, the situation at Raven back is unacceptable. I fully understand that we are somewhat responsible to L Tower for our continued research in this field, but the means they are using does not justify any successful results we may achieve. In fact, I'm not convinced that the ultimate goal is in keeping with what your organization stands for. At least I would hope not. I've spoken with Gary at length about this, and I believe he is in the same opinion. There must be another way. We are killing people here, Tiffany. This conversation was automatically saved for you.
Hurt me.
Refugee Kiwi. You there? Are you already landed? No, I'm still on the sub. Any word from your sister? She said she'll be there. Sandra's reliable. Gary, I don't think I can do this anymore. What are you talking about? You know what I'm talking about. I'll be back before you know it. If I can convince Bob that this is a dead end, what's happening here is humans, Gary. It is a dead end, and even if it isn't, nothing is worth what we're doing to these women. I wish we'd never joined TVL. This isn't what I signed up to. Tiff, this is Bob's doing. We're sent to clean up the project. If it can't be done, do you really think they will can it? They will if we find an alternative breed or nano. You know, You know the one I think has the most potential. I just hang in there a little longer. And no grand gestures. Yes, boss.
So sorry. Don't
yeah.
anymore.
In Deus Ex 1 and 2, nanotechnology is the order of the day, not augmentations. Yeah, nanotechnology became the future, not the technology that we're using right now. Okay, we already read that one. Special request. Jesus, Tiffany, I know you've introduced me to Kathy, but I could get in a lot of trouble for you looking at these records, let alone sending them to you. Please delete and forget these once you have had a look. Not sure how much help it'll be anyway. Looks like it's been altered for consumption. By who? I couldn't tell you. Who is this guy? Some kind of a spook? By the way, where are you? Any chance we can all get together soon? The kids have been asking out Aunt Fanny. Aunt Fanny. Classified? Well, that's a lot of classified shit. Psychological evaluation. Charismatic leader, iron-willed, able to compartmentalize. Detail-oriented, methodological. Seems to exhibit fairly sexist tendencies. Are we talking about Burke here?
So cold.
Artificial skeletal, particular cranial remodeling, restructuring via experimental nanotubules. Okay, Jerry, I know I've said I'll never collect on that favor, but I really need your help. We have been at Bell Tower for a few years. What are the chances of getting your hands on someone personal advice, especially Peter's Burke? Yeah, I knew it was Burke. This is asking a lot, but you know me, I'll never ask for it if it wasn't absolutely necessary. Love, Katie and the kids. Okay, let me check this.
Can't take anymore. Want to die.
Ah,
Be free.
that's very interesting. So you constantly are, well, they are hanged here like dolls or something.
Don't hurt me.
That's something really awful. They're manufacturing people. Almost. Now I understand. Okay, Gary, when I get a chance, if you receive something on the lab computer you need to look over. Log into my account. I guess we already did that. Okay, biotech industry leaders to debate ethics. The International Panel on Biotechnology and Ethics in Scientific Research has announced plans to convene early next year, specifically to discuss the issue of future of mechanical augmentation. Specific objectives of the panel will be threefold. Christian Hoog, chairman of Kent University Bioethics Institute and head of the IPBESR steering committee. First, to hold an honest and open debate on current practices relating to prosthetic research. Second, to provide thorough, forward-looking analysis into the future of human-machine interface. And third, to evaluate the current progress of threats and emerging studies into less invasive augmentation technologies. The ISBR announcement comes on the heels of growing public outcry or augmentation recalls and calls for a United Nations-sponsored vote on industry regulation. Heaven to open to all. Page Industries has spent its plans to build the first permanent commercial space station, named Heaven. The orbital resort will accommodate 12,000 people and offer many 5-star restaurants and hotels. Expected cost for a night stay 100,000 credits. Yeah, I would see why that's appealing. Building characters and playing the game several times. A lot of value. In a game like that. Okay, why not?
No statistically significant changes in glial tissue buildup and subsequent degeneration.
Are you blind? Look at me. Look at me. I'm kissing your ass.
According to Commander Darth,
fuck you.
initial field tests are positive. Operatives report function within expected parameters. Never mind.
A Praxis kit, great. A trauma kit, what the fuck is that? Never heard of that before, let me check. I don't even have it here. Who knows what it is? Okay, I guess we talk to her. No point in delaying. No, it's the personal revolver of the bad guy, actually. For some reason I've got it. I haven't used it. I'm saving it for the final enemy. Okay, nano-augmentation, pipe dream or theory of the future by Hugh Darrow. Yeah, nano-augmentation, that ended up being the future. Excerpt from a paper in Neo Nature, September 2022. We have been throwing around the word nanotechnology for decades, and yet despite all our best efforts, we're only inching closer to a molecular scale frontier, when in fact we should be racing toward it. In the decade to come, the enhancement beings, posthumans who are our progeny, will look at the mechanical devices with rudely bolted onto our living flesh or buried inside our great matter, and they will mock us for our crudity. They will look upon what we have made with the same curiosity, the same disinterest as the pilot of a Beetle helicopter would look upon an ox cart. The future of human augmentation lies in the small, in fact the smallest, in the tiniest. In the next 30 years, the molecular frontier will be broken and the true nanoscalar reprogramming and biological reorientation will be possible. There will be no more tedious instances of sewing limbs to replace them with steel proxies. We will drink these tiny machines, inject them, and be transformed. Well, he was a true visionary. Okay, what do you want me to do, Tiffany?
Quite the house of horrors you got here, Doc. You letting anyone in, or just women?
Who are you? How'd you get down here? This is a restricted area.
Obviously. You wouldn't want the rank and file knowing what kind of sick experimentation is going on down here.
No, you don't understand. I'm not.
Where's Burke? And your research partner, Savage?
Burke went back up to the base. And Gary left. Told me to be smart, keep my mouth shut, and do whatever Burke tells me to do. For now.
For now? I heard the three of you talking up there in the morgue. Sounded like you don't exactly fit in here, Dr.
Kavanagh. And who the fuck are you?
The name's Jensen. I came here looking for someone. Megan Reed.
Reed? I've seen her research. Gary thinks it could be the key we're missing. If she can be convinced to come here.
Megan Reed was kidnapped, Kavanagh. Violently. As was her entire scientific team and the dozens of women you've been torturing down here.
No! You don't understand. I'm trying to save them. Gary and I, we were sent here to put the OCM project back on track. It wasn't until we got here that we realized what that meant, and by then it was too late.
OCM. Savage used that term in the morgue. What does it mean?
Organic computational matrix. It's a means of cross-connecting living brain tissue and artificial intelligence systems to create a supercomputer of unparalleled capability. Part flesh, part silicon.
That's what you're doing down here, turning prisoners into computer parts.
Human brain activity has to be integrated with the technology, or else it won't work. Even DARPA knew that.
DARPA, that thing is used in Metal Gear as well, DARPA.
What does DARPA have to do with this?
Nothing. Not directly. In 2007, they started looking for research partners to help develop an artificial cognitive science program that could increase a soldier's situational awareness in the field. A number of private sector companies submitted proposals.
Bell Tower being one of them.
No, Bell Tower was a private military corporation. DARPA wanted researchers. But one of the companies who did submit something was a biotech corporation that deals with Bell Tower. And they believed a successful program could be designed if it could be wired directly into the soldiers' brains. DARPA wasn't willing to go that far.
So this biotech company took the idea to Bell Tower.
A corporation that being privately funded doesn't have to concern itself with political or ethical debate.
Okay.
Just how many prisoners are being wired into this thing?
I don't know. But a lot of them don't seem to survive for more than a year. I've told the others there's no way this project can stay viable with these kinds of numbers. But the OCM computers have to have them to work.
Computers? You mean there's more than one of them?
There's several. This is just where the process starts, the factory floor. We select the candidates here, implant them, and ship them to the other locations. It's all very efficient.
Yeah, except your candidates keep dying.
Well, that is news to me. I thought that there was only one of those Hydra machines in the Pangea project, but there are several. That's not good. Yeah, now I understand why they keep doing this. They have set up the computers already. If the women keep dying, they need to replace them. So they are actually caught in that dynamic. They cannot improve the process because that would mean stopping the process. And if you stop the process, then the computers stop working and everything falls apart. Very interesting stuff.
You seem to think Megan's research is integral to salvaging this project of yours. Why?
It's not my project. Had I known before I came here...
Right, just answer the question.
We're experiencing cross-systemic failures with the tech. Over time, subjects implanted with OCM augmentations suffer complete neurological breakdown. They pretty much burn up from the inside. Gary thinks it's a problem with the acceptance of the P.11 array.
I've heard that phrase before.
It's the building block of modern neuro-augmentations. Dr. Reed's been reshaping it, changing the way it bonds with living tissue. The mutagenic gene combination she's introduced into it, well, frankly, it's astonishing.
Enough to warrant her kidnapping? So she'd be forced to work on this project with you?
She's not on this project. I don't know what she's doing or where she is. This is the first time anyone's ever mentioned kidnapping.
Of course, if someone kidnapped people, they won't say they kidnapped people. Alright, let's continue.
You're really gonna stand there and try to justify your role in this, aren't you? People are being enslaved, Kavanaugh. Enslaved and crucified.
It wasn't like that at first. I thought we were gonna make a difference, do something incredible for the world.
Right. And look how incredible it turned out to be. But you can still make a difference, Doctor. You can help me blow the lid off this place.
Are you insane? I can't. There's too much money invested in this. Burke, the people I work for, they'll kill me. They'll hunt me down and kill me.
I know people who can protect you, hide you. Interpol is just waiting for evidence to tear Bell Tower apart.
It's not just Bell Tower. Oh, God. Oh, God, am I really gonna do this? You can't get me out through the prison. Burke would stop us.
Then we'll have to do what Savage did. Take a submersible.
We can't. The hatches to all the docking hangars are locked tight. The only way to unlock them is by using the security console in the prison command tower. Burke keeps an eye on us that way.
Then I'll have to go back up there and unlock it. Well, you gather as much evidence as you can carry.
Oh my God, I'm really gonna do this.
Damn right you are. Now get moving. I'll contact you when I unlock the hatch.
All right, fine. But Mr. Jensen, please, hurry.
Okay. So she's the evidence for the Interpol.
Can't take anymore. I want to die. Be free.
That's a very big statement. You know what? I cannot bring up my weapons. I cannot kill her.
So sorry.
I wanted to kill her. She's asking to die. Why not kill her?
Keitner, contact Interpol. We need rendezvous coordinates for a deep-sea submersible.
A what? What exactly have you found, Jensen?
A research complex hidden beneath this base. One of its staff is willing to turn whistleblower if we can deliver her to Interpol using one of the lab's transport subs.
Which explains why you need the coordinates. I'll see what I can do. Keitner out.
Yeah, yeah, are you serious? I believe in euthanasia. Holy shit.
Keitner, what the hell's going on? The elevator stopped.
Burke must have intercepted our comms. Get the hell out of there, Jensen. I'll meet you.
How do I get out of here? Okay.